Hi, and welcome to another episode of Starship Gaming. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications of when we make more awesome videos. Now let's jump right into today's review, which is going to be a review for Real Fishing for the Sony PlayStation or the PS1. So we're going to talk about another fishing game like we have been lately. Yeah, it's fishing. What more can you say about it? It was released in 1996 by Natsumi. In Japan, it was known in Japan as Fish Eyes, which is, Fish Eyes. That's kind of a weird name. But it received a North American release in 1998. So basically you have different locations you can choose from, and you just simply fish. Of course, it is I don't know how to explain it. It's different from a typical three-dimensional fishing game. You see kind of like the side view. And when you pick a location where you want to fish, what's interesting is that the backgrounds themselves are, I believe, live action photographs, and they just simply animated the water to make it look like it was actually moving. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It's something you don't really... it's something you didn't really see in a PS1 game that often. It was more of something like you saw during the Sega CD or, the Panasonic 3DO or Philips CDI, something you saw during that era. And just like any typical fishing game, of course, you can choose different customizable options, such as lures and, all that jazz, pretty much. But yeah, it's fishing. There's not really much you can say about a fishing game other than just sit down and play it. If I had to give this game a rating on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the best, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, I give this one a 4. It's definitely one you want to pick up, especially if you're into fishing. And it's one you want to have in your collection. It even got a greatest hits release. So this is one release you definitely want to pick up. And of course, in my top 5 fishing games, of course, you heard about when I talked about Action Bass a while back. Action Bass was one of those games that I really did enjoy. I'd probably put it in my number 1. Real Fishing, I'd probably put it number 3. I kind of like Real Fishing 2 better. I don't know why. I just did. I guess this is where they improved the graphics and all that, and the whole mechanics of the game. The mechanics of this game aren't bad. My only issue is the side view. It just, for a fishing game, I guess I'm just kind of spoiled where I played Action Bass a lot growing up, so it's just a lot of a different experience than a typical three-dimensional environment that I'm used to. So yeah, pick this one up. It usually runs, let me think here. You can get it online, usually between $5 to $10. Sometimes less than that if you get lucky. That's including shipping. And you can typically find it out in the wild anywhere from $2 to $5. I remember I ended up getting my copy from a local pawn shop, which this pawn shop typically doesn't sell retro video games, but I guess somebody brought one in. They're trying to carry a little bit more, which honestly, pawn shops aren't the best place in the world to find retro games. They usually have them at ridiculous prices, overpriced eBay. But this was one I found it. It was $4.99. I figured, why not? I ended up getting it. A few months later, I found the greatest hits version for a few dollars more. So, yeah, it worked out. So, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications of when we make more awesome videos. And until next time, I will see ya.